Okay, folks, we're gonna go back to what I call the next generation. This is our youngest contestant on the card. Let's please welcome these two young guys. They're both here, which is great. Young Liam Cole from the Coliseum and Raiden Bode from JJ's.
Now, Rich, before we talk to the two young lads, can I just say, on the last show, we had a junior exhibition, and that to me was one of the best bouts of the night. I mean, both lads went to a certain level, the ref was happy with it, and we had an incredible bout.
I mean, for those that don't know, an exhibition or a skills bout is we don't announce a winner because, they're both there to display their skills. Technically, it is like sparring in a controlled environment, but these guys, they started to sort of throw hammer and tongs, and I remember going up to one of the coaches saying, "You do know this is an exhibition?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I went to the other coach, and as I said it, boom, it's like they were trying to knock each other out, and it turned out to be a very competitive bout. This is going to be an exhibition. The referee will be briefed, the coaches are briefed, but Liam has had an exhibition before. It's Raiden's first exhibition. But obviously I was very impressed with this man's first exhibition bout. We spoke about the next generation. From what Dennis says about young Raiden, we got sat here, two young lads, which I very rarely get junior fights. I've started to do that now because this is the next generation. I would encourage anyone who want to pursue their boxing to go down the amateur boxing route, but for now they're getting that experience to get on the stage, on a platform, in front of a big crowd. I think it's fantastic.
Well, this is the thing. Back in the day when I was a lot younger, as you know, it was amateur boxing or nothing. And then as it developed, they didn't want to see anybody from what was called, I hate the term white collar. I don't think that exists anymore. I feel this is as good as anything. It's just non-professional boxing. But the amateurs would look down their nose. But I've noticed now that the amateur scene, especially locally, has had to acknowledge that we're creating some very good lads, and lads from our gyms are going into the amateur boxing as well. So our coaches within our scene are doing a job that is actually catching the eye of amateur clubs and are accepting our boxers now. So when I look at two young men like this, I can see a future both in our scene and along the amateur lines, which I think is great testament to what we are all doing here. And that's what I love to see. So can I talk to Liam first?
Of course, go ahead.
Right, so Liam, as we said, it's an exhibition bout, but you're still putting yourself out there. It's still in front of the crowd, and you've still got to look like you know what you're doing. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm just feeling excited to get out there, put on a show for Swindon, and, just training hard, and I'll be fighting easy, so yeah.
Well, the good thing is, as you said, you'd had a previous exhibition, and we've all been honest, sometimes with two young lads, especially if they're of the same ability, an exhibition can get a bit heated. You ready for that as well?
Yeah, I'm ready for anything. I'll just get out there, represent my gym right, and the Coliseum are going to just do what we do best.
Now, the other thing is, there's going to come a time when they're going to come to you and say, Liam, this is the first bout, this is no exhibition, this is win or lose. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to take that next step? Because I said they're great shows. Supermarine's a fantastic venue. I know you're going to get big support. Are you ready to take that next step?
Yeah, 100%. Just get this done, me and Raiden. Then if anyone wants it, they can have it.
Well, I think we'll leave it there with Liam then. Well, good stuff, Liam. Good to hear.
So obviously, that's a great attitude to have, and I mean, obviously, but to Raiden, it's his very first time. I know the nerves are going, but you're in a gym with Dennis, with other fighters as well that have experienced going to shows, and I know Dennis is going to get you well prepared, and he speaks very highly of you. So this is probably out of your comfort zone, being here in front of a crowd of people. Just tell us, are you looking forward to the experience to getting in a few weeks' time?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Really excited for fighting and everything.
And obviously, Dennis, I know he's winding the door for me at the back. He's done a great job as well, Dennis. There, I can see the hands. But, just tell us, how has training been going for you? And, how have you coped with the sparring in your gym?
Yeah, it's really good. There's good fighters who've been sparring with me and everything. So, good training going on.
And obviously, you've got Liam, he's here now. He has got that experience. I've seen Liam. I was very impressed with him. Did you manage to see his video of his fight? So you know what you're up against?
No, I haven't seen it.
So you're happy to go in blind. You're not worried about what he's about. You're just going to focus on what you're up to, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm quite impressed with that. You know, the boys, you know, no nonsense talking to Liam Cole, and obviously this could be the silent assassin here, but this is an exhibition. You know, it takes a lot of courage, you know, getting into the ring. I've had guys, experienced fighters that still to this day get very nervous and they look for a way out. And I can see two young men here that ain't gonna look for a way out, and I genuinely wish you both all the very best, and thank you for being part of my show. Cool as a cucumber, isn't he? This over there.
And both together, nice and close, with very tight space.
Just face the camera for me. Stay as you are, but face the camera. Let's have a nice one.
Comedy boy.
Well done, lads.